my experience, my skill set, and just this, pedigree what I have. You're gonna see on the night.
And do you think it has to be a knockout either way on May the 9th?
Heavyweight boxing is knockouts, but I want to show my skills. Showcase what maybe you haven't seen before from me, and do it in amazing, devastating fashion.
I honestly believe, and I can say this wholeheartedly, Fabio knows I respect him greatly as a person. I really do. But I do think Daniel will flatten him, and I think it will be very, very fast as well. You can't compare the two CVs.
Here in room, I'm very small, but I beat him two times. Really, I really small, but size doesn't matter.
No.
I thought, yeah. It's just training, hard training, and good pasta.
Good pasta.
Yes, good pasta, double portion. Now I to go, and it's good. Now it's good. It's нужный, needed. This is needed player. Игрок, that needed player. All we heavyweight who now, I think we have 1-2 years and change.
No tables being flipped in this, but also can sense the tension between two guys, one a champion, one a former champion, and two guys that I think generally can hurt each other from the very first bell. So this is going to be a dangerous one. Do we get a nice handshake between the two of you?
Of course.
Fist bump. Let's go.
Why a fist bump over a handshake?
Why not?
So gentlemen's sport.
And the reality is that when that bell goes,
Said it correctly.
when that bell goes, I promise you, Fabio Wardley is going to be in Daniel Dubois' face, and there's nothing that any of you guys
Not
will
when
be
that
able
big,
to do
horrible
to
jab
stop
hits his
what
teeth.
Fabio Wardley is going to do to him.
Big horrible.
But listen, Fabio's a big dangerous puncher, and I'm sure if he hits anybody, he'll knock him out. He's very strong and he carries his power for a long time, so he did really well.
I wonder if Fabio Wardley is going to fall for that call out, because one thing about Fabio, he just got the belt. And he wants to prove that he's a legitimate champion, and I think doing so is to beat another one that was a legitimate champion, Daniel Dubois. But what does it mean for Fabio Wardley to be wanted, right? To be sought after? I think it's an opportunity for Fabio Wardley to make some serious cash.
Oleksandr Dubois just crashed the Wardley versus Dubois press conference and told Daniel Dubois straight to his face that he's backing Fabio Wardley to win. The former undisputed champion reminded everyone he already beat Dubois twice. And the tension, absolutely electric.
You obviously have a say in this fight as well. Why did you want to go straight into this one after a defeat? Most people have an easier one after a defeat, just to kind of get back on the horse, so to speak. You've gone straight into what many consider the #2 heavyweight in the world. Why have you gone straight there?
I think it's perfect for me. This fight, you ain't a southpaw or anything like that. This is the domestic scrap I need. This is, juicy for me. This is proper boxing now. Back at home.
I'm coming out southpaw, so he's in
Did you see Dubois' reaction? The man nearly flipped the entire table right there on stage. We're talking about a current champion losing his composure in front of the media because a former world champion questioned his ability. That's not the look of a confident fighter.
You do wonder, when it comes on top for him, Daniel Dubois, what's up there and does he want it? That's the only real question mark I've got over his career. Obviously, losing to Usyk's no disgrace, but he's a massive puncher, big, hard hitter. And Fabio Wardley has never really been in there. You've got Justice Hooney, you've got Joseph Parker, you've got Fraser Clark. None of them are really bangers, are they? None of them can really punch hard for heavyweights. I'm sure if they hit you on the chin, it hurt. But somebody like me who's got a granite chin.
But here's where it gets wild. Tyson Fury just came out and said he's picking Wardley over Dubois too. The Gypsy King is questioning Dubois' consistency while praising Fabio's hunger and sharpness. When two elite heavyweights are backing the same underdog, that's not— Look at what's happening here. Usyk is breaking down Wardley's timing, pressure, and finishing instinct like he's studying tape. This isn't just casual support. The man who dominated the cruiserweight division sees something specific in Fabio that makes him dangerous for Dubois.
I think Wardley's a good fighter, and I think the Daniel Dubois fight is a very good fight. I think it's a great fight for British boxing. Two British heavyweights knocking lumps off each other. And these are two big punches, and you know, whoever lands first with the best shot will win.
What makes him dangerous, you think?
Oh, they're all dangerous, all heavyweights, yeah. Yeah, they're all very dangerous. These guys are 6'4", 6'5", 18 stone wrecking machines. Look how they're built. They're built like Greek gods, carved out of stone. They're training, they're young, they're ambitious, dangerous.
And then Daniel versus Fabio Wardley, who do you think will win?
They're both in their prime, both fresh, both young, and it's a real fight where it's not like one's past it and one isn't. They're both in their prime, so I think the fans are the real winners here. They get to see a 50-50 fight between two big.
And get this, Carl Froch is raising serious doubts about Dubois' mentality when the pressure gets highest. He's questioning whether Daniel has that elite-level hunger. Meanwhile, everyone's talking about Wardley like he's evolved into a completely different fighter.
Privately, Daniel's father in particular, he recognized what I've done for Daniel and the father. And I too recognize what they done for me as a coach. So it's a mutual thing. Like I said, it was a sudden ending, and that doesn't sit well with me in the way that it ended. I haven't got this entitlement that I must be Daniel Dubois' coach.
No, fair enough.
But the timing of it, when 48 hours prior to me being dismissed, sacked, the conversations I was having with Daniel's father didn't suggest. No, that's the only thing that doesn't sit well with me. But like I said, I've digested it, I've acknowledged it, accepted it, processed it, and I've accepted it, and life.
Here's the kicker, though. Fabio Wardley is speaking like a man who knows he can break someone down at any stage of the fight, not just early power shots. He's talking about carrying threat from round 1 to round 12. That constant pressure mindset is exactly what Usyk respects.
And as you know, in heavyweight boxing, unlike any other weight division, you're one punch from victory, one punch from disaster. So it's not a question of the first one to land, because Dubois.
But wait, it gets even more technical. Duke McKenzie just broke down how Wardley's jab has improved by 5% against someone like Joseph Parker. That might sound small, but in heavyweight boxing, 5% improvement separates champions from contenders.
I think Wardley's a good fighter, and I think the Daniel Dubois fight is a very good fight. I think it's a great fight for British boxing. Two British heavyweights knocking lumps off each other. And these are two big punches, and you know, whoever lands first with the best shot will win.
What makes him dangerous, you think?
Oh, they're all dangerous, all heavyweights, yeah. Yeah, they're all very dangerous. These guys are 6'4", 6'5", 18 stone wrecking machines. Look how they're built. They're built like Greek gods, carved out of stone. They're training, they're young, they're ambitious, dangerous.
And then Daniel versus Fabio Wardley, who do you think will win?
They're both in their prime, both fresh, both young, and it's a real fight where it's not like one's past it and one isn't. They're both in their prime, so I think the fans are the real winners here. They get to see a 50-50 fight between two big heavyweights.
Johnny Nelson is pointing out the mental warfare happening here, and it's clear Dubois is being targeted psychologically. Everyone believes if Daniel loses emotional control, his entire structure breaks down. And Wardley? He's staying composed while the chaos builds around his opponent.
Because Fabio Wardley's a world champion now in his own right. And that 5% I'm just talked to you about, he's 5% better now than what he was before he won the title, because that's what it gives you when you win a world title. Now, he's just beaten Joseph Parker, right? And messed him up quite badly. It wasn't an easy fight. It ebbed and flowed for periods in that fight, but ultimately, Wardley got the job done. That's what he does. He gets the job done. Look at his career. Now, he would have improved, and a lot is to be said of Daniel Dubois, because he's got an excellent jab. That was the difference between him and AJ when they fought, was that jab, which is beautiful. Wardley's got a good jab, and if Wardley's jab has improved since winning that title, then
think about this for a second. Wardley beat Joseph Parker and came out looking stronger. That proves he's learning how to win tough rounds, not just score early knockouts. Meanwhile, Dubois is surrounded by noise instead of calm focus before the biggest fight of his career.
Bossing out, getting back to it, and that's what they're all been trying to do. You know, because he's thinking, if I can get this man angry, get this man mad, then he'll deviate from his game.
Here's what nobody's talking about, though. If Dubois cannot move and adjust under pressure, Wardley's relentless style becomes overwhelming. And with behind-the-scenes drama already leaking into his camp, Daniel's walking into this fight with serious mental baggage.
Fabio Wardley's a world champion now in his own right. And that 5% I'm just talked to you about, he's 5% better now than what he was before he won the title, because that's what it gives you when you win a world title. Now, he's just beaten Joseph Parker, right? And messed him up quite badly. It wasn't an easy fight. It ebbed and flowed for periods in that fight, but ultimately, Wardley got the job done. That's what he does. He gets the job done. Look at his career. Now, he would have improved, and a lot is to be said of Daniel Dubois, because he's got an excellent jab. That was the difference between him and AJ when they fought, was that jab. It was just beautiful. Wardley's got a good jab, and if Wardley's jab has improved since winning that title, then
the momentum shift is undeniable. When Oleksandr Usyk calmly backs Wardley's rise while Dubois nearly loses control at a press conference, you're seeing the difference between championship composure and cracking under pressure. This 50-50 fight suddenly feels like Fabio's carrying all the psychological advantages.
It's all about mindset. Dom recognises that. It's not about the physicalities of Daniel Dubois. Never has been. You know, he's a big, strong guy, and like, if you get his mind right and he's that self-belief there, and that's what Dom will be working on with him. No.
So here's my question for you. Drop it in the comments. Is Daniel Dubois mentally strong enough to handle this level of pressure, or is everyone right to back Wardley's evolution? If this breakdown opened your eyes to what's really happening behind the scenes, smash that like button and subscribe, because this heavyweight division is about to get shaken up completely.